Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a nice Halloween. I thought today would be a good time to tell you a true story that happened to me and my family. And it didn't take place on Halloween, but what happened is something straight out of Halloween. So here we go. It was several years back. My family and I were on the road, as we so often are, and we were traveling along Highway 2, which is a very, in some places, desolate highway in the United States. It travels east and west, and it's, as far as I know, the most northern highway. And we were cruising along, and there had been floods and stuff, so there was a lot of construction going on. And we took a detour that detoured us into a very. We were in the middle of nowhere for a long time, let's just say. And then we entered this small town, and it was founded in the 1800s. And I'm not going to really say the name of the town. I could, if anybody is curious in the comments later, discuss it with somebody if anybody knows anything about this town. But let's just describe it as being somewhere in Montana or North Dakota. And it was founded in the 1800s, small town, beautiful houses. We rolled into town in the afternoon. We decided we'd have a picnic and let the kids stretch their legs. And so we went through the main street of the town, and we didn't see any people. We did notice that all the homes had these big planters of flowers in front of their front doors, which we thought was a little bit strange, but, whatever. And then we made our way to the what could only be described as the center of town, which was a big old church, and there was a playground park thing right next to the church. There was also a small campground. A lot of towns along Highway 2 and near Highway 2 have these camp areas, or did have camp areas for travelers. Anyway, we get into this town, we get to the park, and we don't see any people still. We did think we could hear some kids laughing or crying or something, but we couldn't see any anywhere. Then we made our way to the playground, and we saw a pair of shoes and nobody around. But once again, could be explained away easily. We used the restroom, we started having a picnic, and then the kids wanted to play. And our littlest one loved slides, especially, the covered ones. And this one had a covered slide. And kiddo was super excited and climbed up on top of the slide, was laughing, having a good old time, and then started to go down the slide and let out this ear-piercing shriek. It was nothing like we'd ever heard him make before. He did this shriek, and we all went running to him. And he was trying to hold on to the top of the slide. He was trying to climb back up out of the slide. And I went to climb up to the top of the slide to go and fish him out. But I felt like there was like a force pushing against me. I can't really describe it. So I climbed back down and let one of my teenagers climb up there. And they went up and they grabbed a hold of little guy's arms and were trying to pull him out. They said it felt like tug of war was going on. I had climbed down and was over next to the slide, and I could see the sun shining through the slide, and I could see there was a darkness in the slide. But I couldn't really make out what it was. And kids were pulling on my son, trying to pull him up through the top of the slide, and he was screaming and screaming, and they were all quite disturbed about what was going on, trying to figure out and asking him, "Are you hurt? Are you hurt?" And then he let go, and he came out the bottom of the slide. It was like he was hung up for a couple seconds, though, inside the slide. And then he came out the bottom, and he just, ran straight out and grabbed my hand and ran for the car. So we all grabbed our stuff and ran to the car, too. And we sat there in the car for a moment, and he didn't say anything. We're asking him if he's hurt. We're checking him over, trying to see if he's hurt. We couldn't see anything, but he just kept like looking out of the car towards the slide. And then finally he said, "No, go, go." So we started up the vehicle and we skedaddled out of there. And on our way out of town, still 0 people. And yeah, that's the story. And if anyone knows anything about any strange towns out there that have a similar experience, let me know. I'm very curious as to what it could be. We were told later that some people said that there were legends of small people that would steal children, and that those legends were really old. And I don't know what to think. And Kiddo to this day does not want to talk about it, and his older siblings are also sure that they're never going to go to that town. Thank you for watching.